times we buy courses because one, we don't have all the information that we feel like that we need. Two, we feel like somebody else is probably more knowledgeable in that subject. And three, we pay for organization of how things are supposed to go. Welcome back. I am Samil B, and welcome back to Wine, Dreams, and Wealth TV, where you are on the journey with me to being the most successful. Damn, what am I doing? To being the most successful truck driver dispatcher there is. I have to actually remember what it is I'm doing before I can be successful. Anyway, we're not talking about that right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know there's a lot of y'all in the 2022 that is just quitting y'all jobs to be your own boss, and that is awesome. The two is we're starting our businesses the right way. So I have came up with a list of 10 things, or at least I believe I counted 10 things to do before you start your dispatch business or any business. So we want to get you on the right accord and all that good stuff. Come on with me. I ain't gonna hold you long. I never do, or at least I don't try to. And let's get you on the right accord to starting your business the right way in 2022. A lot of times we buy courses because one, we don't have all the information that we feel like that we need. Two, we feel like somebody else is probably more knowledgeable in that subject. And three, we pay for organization of how things are supposed to go. With that being said, I want you to get all the knowledge that you can. I want you to make sure you feel the most comfortable before you start any business. So with these 10 things, I think this will help you out. You may know some of them, you may know all of them, you may not know any of them, but these are some of the things that I learned and also did research on before before I'm going to start this business. I already have an LLC with my real estate business, but I want to do things the right way with my freight dispatcher business. Number one, and this is evident if you're here, you want to pick a profit over a passion. Your profit meaning something where you are problem solving in order to turn a profit for your business. A lot of people will tell you to follow your passion, and that's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like in order for you to follow your passion in the most exciting way, you need to have a profit. So even though sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes this is not the business of choice that you just feel like you're in love with, but you know that you're solving a problem and you know you can turn a profit off of it. And if you do very well with it, then you can move into things that are part of your passion and things that you want to actually do. So number one is just Number one is making sure that your business that you choose is making a profit. And in this case, I decided to go with the freight dispatcher, independent operator owned freight dispatching company to start. Number two, told you I ain't gonna keep long, we're gonna get right up in this. I feel like any business that you start, jump into those Facebook groups. Just go ahead and jump into those Facebook groups, go on Facebook, go into the search tab and look for freight dispatcher, box trucks, dispatching, logistics, anything that has those keywords in it, dispatcher, and those groups will actually pop up, and they are very, very insightful and they're very helpful. And these rules apply to any business that you start, just not a freight dispatcher, but any business. I'm even in real estate groups because I get good information from those groups. So like I said, number 2 is jump in those Facebook groups or jump in groups on meetup.com that may be in your field of business that you're starting, so you can also make those networking connections. Number 3, and I look down because I have my notes and I don't want to forget anything out. I would say go ahead and make a business plan. It don't have to be nothing fancy. It can be a 1-page. It's just something that you can refer to when you have questions about something, like, okay, well, what was I gonna do for marketing? Or what was I gonna do for the accounting? Or what bank was I gonna go with for my business? All of those things are written down, so you can always go back to it. Now, you can save this on your computer, or you can use a program called LivePlan. It's not sponsoring me, but it's called liveplan.com. And I think the cheapest plan that they have is $9.99. And it has questions based on what an actual paper business plan looks like that you can answer and that you can always refer back to. So it's always good to have something in place. And a business plan is just a step-by-step, kind of like an itinerary for your business. So let's get those business plans in order. Like I said, it don't have to be nothing fancy. Just do a 1-page business plan and be done with it. Number 4 is the exciting part. So number 4 is picking a business name. Picking a business name to be trademarked. This is most important because this is where you're going to start making your logos, your banners, your slogan. So you want to pick a business name that has not been chosen already. And you can actually go to a website. It is uspto.gov. And that will give you information to see if that business name has already been chosen. Now, if you are a consumer, which most of us are, some companies do have the same name. Some companies actually have the same spelling of a name, but the way that it's categorized, it can be used, you can have the same name. So, say for instance, and I got this, I stole it off of Earn Your Leisure, and I will definitely put the interview link in the comments because that was a very, very hefty interview and I got a lot of knowledge from it. Pandora. So you know you got Pandora Jewelry and you know you got Pandora Music. There's another Pandora. We ain't gonna talk about what that Pandora got to do with. Anyway, choosing a name, something that is unique to you and your business. Also, another thing that I learned too, and maybe you didn't know it, maybe you did. Let me know in the comments if you knew all these things or if these were some things that you didn't know. Just let me know. I want to talk with you. I want to engage with you. Oh yeah, and subscribe to my channel, please. You know, so I can keep bringing you this content. Somebody got to do the studying. Shit. Anyway, also with the name, pick something that is, I want to say, very concrete, and I may be saying it wrong, because when you get ready to, you know, go to banks and get loans or get loans from somewhere else, you want a grounded name to where they're not questioning, you know, whether to take a risk on you. So like, say for instance, you wouldn't want to say Mary Had a Little Lamb Investments or Mary Had a Little Lamb Real Estate. They feel like that may be a little tricky. They feel like they may be gambling with their money. So it's probably best that you leave off investments or real estate or things of that nature. So if you just want to have Mary Little Lamb Logistics LLC, there you go. Number 5. Make an online presence for yourself. Go ahead and start your Instagram. Go ahead and start your Facebook page. Go ahead and do, what else? TikTok, if you're doing TikTok, Twitter. Start making an online presence for yourself so people can start knowing about you and your business and start advertising that way. That's free advertisement. I mean, that's the best it's gonna get and start until you start paying for like ads from Google, ads from Facebook. So start your online presence when you get started, basically. And like I said, these are not in any order, but these are just in the order you may want to put them in so that you can have a successful business in 2022. So let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is to choose your business info. So when I say that, you're going to, at this point, get your phone number intact. It's good to have a dedicated line if you can. It's best to have a dedicated line if you can, like a separate business phone, maybe under your plan, or burner phone as we call it. Or if you can't, then right now get a Google number. But if you can, try not to use your personal number. We want to get away from using as much personal information as possible, because now this is your business. This is something separate from who you are personally. Next on that, when building your business info, is your address. Address is very important because this is the info that is going on your paperwork for your business, your LLC, your S Corp, your C Corp, your partnership. So when you're filling out that information, they want to make sure that your business is not at your home, okay? And a lot of us, yes, are starting out at home, okay, until we get that office front over the water that I'm manifesting right now. Anyway, there are options for you. You can get a virtual mailbox. I actually have a virtual mailbox, and what it is you have an actual address that is on your paperwork, and your mail gets delivered to that address, and you can always recover that mail. They send you snapshots in your email of what mail was received and all that good stuff. You could that's either at a post office, or it's at a building that actually has like a receptionist there to receive the mail as well. And there's also packages where you can get the mailbox and the phone number, which will be directed like to an 888 number, and a receptionist will pick up and it'll route to your own personal number. Okay, so those two are definitely important, especially when you get ready to do your paperwork for your entity, your business. Number 7 is to get your LLC, or because we're so wrapped up in getting an LLC that we really don't know the ins and outs of an S Corp or a C Corp or a partnership or a DBA, which those are things that you can actually research on your own. I'm not here to mess your mind up, because I still struggle a little bit with that. However, I have an LLC already with my real estate, and an LLC works for me because, of course, I want anything that happens to the business to happen to the business and not me. So that's why I decided to get the LLC. I think it's the same with S Corps. I think it's the same with C Corps, but I don't know. So that's why I said kind of do your research on your own time. And again, I will link the video to the Earn Your Leisure podcast that actually gave more detail into the information that I'm telling you right now. So make sure you get that LLC. There's gonna be, I think it's 4 or 5, I don't have it right in front of me, but 4 or 5 documents that come in that LLC. LLCs can also be done online as well, through your state. More times than not, 90% of the time, you can go through your state website, I think it's the Secretary of State, and get your LLC started. And when you get your LLC started, you're also going to go ahead and get your EIN number, which is 2 separate things. So you know, an EIN number is like your social security number for your business, if you didn't know that. So you can go through the government website to start your LLC or to gain your LLC, or you can go through a third-party company like LegalZoom, or gosh, I can't remember the name of the company. Oh my God, I'm gonna put it in somewhere in the video that I used last time with my last LLC. So whatever your pockets say, baby. Go on and do it, okay? Number 8, the fun part. Let's go ahead and start a business bank account. Not your personal bank account, not your Cash App card, not your net spend card, your business bank account. A business bank account is mandatory for having a business because it shows your expenses, it shows your revenue, it shows what you pay yourself, and you're not getting it mixed up with, you know, the Popeye's chicken that you really wanted to spend on your personal card, but you spend it on your business. Now, don't get me wrong, you can go to Popeye's on your business account and expense that, but I'm just saying you don't want to mix up those transactions, those personal transactions with your business transactions. So a business bank account is mandatory. And again, that information also is needed when your LLC more times is needed when you start your business bank account as well, because the bank wants to know that you have an actual entity, that you actually started a legal business before they open up the account for you. And also another good thing for starting a business bank account and having your LLC is now it's time for you, day one, to start building business credit. It is time. It's time. And there are ways to do that. There's other videos out there because that's a whole different world that I'm still learning about. But I know that when starting a business account and having your LLC, it is a great time to start building your business credit. Later on down the line, you want to be able to purchase a car in your business, or purchase a property in your business, or purchase this in your business. So it's best to start from day one to go ahead and get that business account, have that LLC on board, and start building business credit. Number 9. You want to, and this is probably should have been number 1. I'm backwards. Like I said, they're not in any order. They're just in an order so you can remember those things to check off on your list when starting your business. Number 9 is to go ahead and set up your office. Set up your corner in your bedroom, your secondary bedroom, your desk, your computer with maybe 2 screens, your printer, your fax machine. If your printer is an all-in-one, it has a fax machine, or they have fax programs where it's a fax to an email. Where it's a fax to an email. So, if something is faxed to you, it actually comes to an email. Or if you need to fax something out, you email it to a fax number, which is very convenient because a lot of us young folks don't even think about a fax machine. So, yeah. Okay. All right. And what else? That's it for your office. Just make sure you got computer, internet, phone, yourself, your clients, and yeah, okay. Number 10. So this one is more so for the freight dispatchers. Go ahead and get your freight dispatching paperwork, okay? You're gonna need, it's 2 packets that you're gonna need, okay? And I will go over that in another video. In my next video, I will explain the paperwork that you need to have on board, to have when you start day one, reaching out to people to find carriers for loads in your business and your clients. So I will go into that on my next video. But yes, get your paperwork in order. Get you a file cabinet. If you're doing hard files, get you a file cabinet. If you're still doing it the antiquated way, get your file cabinet. If you're doing it the digital way, have those folders on your computer set up for each driver and have that information organized so that it's easier on you, easier on your client, easier on your driver, easier on your broker. It's just an easy process. Because it's already going to be a lot trying to reach out to people and find drivers and find, brokers and looking at the load boards and, talking to the drivers. The drivers may need to talk to. You're just not a driver dispatcher. You're like their right-hand man because they can't do it when they're driving. So you are their next point of contact. So that was 10 things. I hope I counted it right. Shit, I don't know. Sometimes I miscount. But anyway, those are the 10 things that I came up with. If you have any more, please feel free to leave that down in the comments. This is good vibes only over here, so I only expect good feedback. Let me know if you knew all this stuff already. Let me know if this is something that you're going to incorporate into your new business so that it flows real well. And if you didn't know anything, I am so happy that I was able to help you. So I have ran over my time. I didn't want to make this video longer than 20 minutes. And I hope by the time I get done editing it won't be. But go ahead and like this video so that it can get into the algorithm, y'all. I need this so that we can get some good business owners in 2022. We need to make that money, that right money, that good money, that good money. So thank you so much for stopping by. I am Samil B. Here's my channel, Wine, Dreams, and Wealth TV. Y'all have a good January.